बस 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 बस.
While Harish was walking, I could do
Happy birthday, man.
Thank you.
Harish, अभी तो आ जाए यार 2 मिनट back of the scene. Back. So Harish has been with us. No, even here.
You can see the bike and
Harish, say a few words, man. Of
Moral
your
support.
experience yesterday.
These two boys are not old men, they are young boys. They can do whatever many young boys cannot do.
which you will see in the video.
Really proud, to have such friends, They are amazing. We went for a trek yesterday here in Deepak.
4 kilometers up it.
There was one boy, Deepak, he was doing the entire trek without shoes. And another boy who was sliding up from the mountain, he was coming down, sliding. So both of them are amazing. Really grateful to have them near me, with me.
Harish, after 40 years
He stepped up.
of not taking a step up, of course climbing steps a bit, but not onto the mountain, was courageous enough to do that 7-kilometer trek uphill without a ooh or ah. It was lovely. Later, of course, he had some trouble. It was okay.
So now, that Firdos,
Now Harish has decided. He says, since I had not done it for so many years, this problem came. So now he's promised me every third day we are going for a trek. 6 kilometers. 3 kilometers uphill and downhill. So all his problems will be solved. Hopefully. Inshallah.
there are no problems.
There are no problems, yes.
These two
we will
boys, they are the problem.
You should hear what he said.
I said, these two boys, they are the problem. I'm a normal person. These
Thanks,
two boys
man,
are not normal.
Good you
Thanks,
came.
Baba.
He was an inspiration. Yeah?
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. How are you all? Good morning, everybody. We want to share our experience. So we'll start off. I'll start off first. I started cycling as a pastime. Evenings I had nothing to do, so I started cycling. First day I did 20 kilometers, going coming. Second trip was 40, then 60. I reached 85 kilometers now. So when I used to go, I used to let my family know where I was. I used to send a live location to Deepak. He used to follow every day. We used to share pictures. Then one fine day, we got an idea that why don't we do it on a bike? So I said, okay, do it. But my intention was to go to Kanyakumari on the cycle, which I always wanted to do. And I will do. But in the meantime, Deepak, with his help of his cousins and all, he managed to get this bike. Very nice bike. And we started off. We came to Devlali on the 11th. That same day we went to Kalsubai. Kalsubai is the tallest mountain in Maharashtra. So our purpose was to drive and trek, which we could do both. So it was about 30-40 minutes of riding. And then we parked the scooter there, and it was 3 hours going up the mountain and another 3 hours coming down. So it was a good beginning.
कसं काय बंधू आणि भगिनींनो, तुम्ही कुठून आलाय? आम्ही तर देवलालीचे आहेत. चाललाय आतमध्ये, नाही आतमध्ये नाही, पलीकडे वरती चाललाय, वरती आपला काय म्हणतात त्याला, कलसुबाईला. पहा तुम्ही व्ह्यू, व्ह्यू.
बायकोला and then 2-3 days like 14th till the 14th we are preparing this helmet that you saw, such an expensive helmet. He said no, we have to buy this. I told him you're a fool, I have a helmet at home which I use in the city here. Then these bags 14,000 each. He said no. I said I will carry, I have a sack. So I was saying no and he said no, we have to buy. But believe me, once we went ahead with the ride, it was well worth it. This helmet you have to have, you can't go without it. And these bags, there was nothing on us, so you could sit comfortably. We did 5,200 kilometers, no back pain, no leg pain, nothing. So when you pay a little more, you get a little more. So 14th,
You get a lot more.
you get a lot more. So 14th we started here. 14th morning we left here. I'll tell Deepak to start on from here.
I'll start with the question first. How long do I know you?
Since childhood?
Yeah, like 40
So,
years?
No, more, 50 years.
50 years.
Almost 50. I'm 63 now. So 55 years. So our association goes long back here. So 14th we started here. 14th of June, early morning we got ready and we left the house. He said Bismillah and we left.
He doesn't want to talk about the childhood. 55 years ago, we used to spend 15 paisa. I think a lot of you don't even know what a paisa is. But it is 15 cents to a rupee. 15 cents to rent a bicycle for 30 minutes.
And we used to get book over there.
Yeah, and we used to stand
3
in a
hours,
queue.
4 hours queue to get the cycle.
Even if somebody had 30 paisa, he couldn't take it for an hour because the guy said, no, there are people waiting in a queue.
So only half an hour we used to get, small
He'll
bike.
tell you more about it.
It was a nice small bicycle. All the people around my house, all the children, we have learnt a cycling on that. If I get the picture today, I can post it also. It's a very nice small bike. Cycle was there. We really had a good childhood. Though we were not rich, we enjoyed ourselves. So we'll come straight to the right.
I haven't finished.
Okay.
I haven't finished about the childhood. I think we'll have to keep this podcast in 3 parts.
Childhood,
First will be the childhood,
then preparation.
then then our adulthood. Not adulthood,
Okay.
but of course we haven't reached adulthood. We are still teenagers in our hearts and our minds.
So it seems.
So we've been riding together from that time. Maybe not on the same bicycle, but sharing the same one every 30 minutes. Or 30 minutes a day actually, not twice. That's where association goes. And that's where Firdos picked up this strong urge to bicycle for so many kilometers in a day and feel that freedom or that youngness.
That was the only mode of transport. We had
Exactly.
nothing, no cars, no scooters, nothing.
Exactly.
Except we had a very rich friend, Harish Nihalani, who had a scooter, and we were about 7 of us. So 3 would sit on the scooter, the other two would be on 2 cycles each, and we would tow and go. Long distances, of course. That time there was no traffic. We had a wonderful childhood.
So the cycling and the motorcycling comes from that era. And then finally, about say end of 24, I realized that I have about 45 days that I can take off from my work in approximately June, which is a blessing. Never get that kind of time at one slot, you see. So this is where one stretch. This is where we started planning whether we should start cycling, but I said, oh, that will be too slow, we won't reach much, because our intention was also to trek. So what we did is, we decided and mutually agreed, which is very rare. Agreeing mutually is very rare, believe me. And then we said, okay, we take one motorcycle and we ride together, and the objective was to ride and trek, because both of us love mountains. Now, Firdos will tell you a little more about the love for mountains, talking about our sleeping giant story.
in our school days and early college days, about 5-7 kilometers from our house, there's a big mountain. We named it Sleeping Giant.
It used to look like that.
Every evening we used to go there. Every evening. Today, when I look up, I dread, thinking how we climbed it every day. And it was fun. There was no exertion, nothing. We used to climb up, come down, go up again, take different routes, the difficult way, the easy way. There were few of us who wouldn't take the difficult way, they would go the easy way. We would take the most difficult way and go. We would slide down the mountain from the top to the bottom, sitting on our legs and bum. So the love of nature has always been there. We have grown up with greenery around us, river very close to our house, mountains very close to our house. So it is inbuilt. So like you see, we got this bike, all the servicing, oil change, everything was done, and we decided to leave. So 14th Saturday morning, I was free because my children had holidays. So 14th morning, we got all ready and decided to leave. 14th, we took the national highway, Bombay-Agra road, and we started. I still feel it would have been better if we had gone through Gujarat, because Maharashtra and MP, people kept telling us send pictures. There was nothing to send, because probably we were on the highway, that's why. Nothing much to send. But late evening we reached across Ratlam and we reached a place called Jaora. Now I have a lot of friends from Jaora in Dubai. When I was in Dubai, I had a lot of Bori friends in Jaora. It was a very auspicious day for us. So I asked people where there is a Bori mosque here. They guided me to a place, so I went into the mosque, prayed over there, broke my fast over there, and then we decided to stay the night there. So one of the hotels there we stayed, Jaora. That was the 14th. It is very close to Ratlam. In 15th morning we started again. Pakistan, Ajmer, moment.
Yeah. So, a very interesting part, just to tell you how excited we were with that ride on that particular day, because it was our first day.
This is the 15th. We are going towards Rajasthan.
No, I'm
From
still
MP to
talking
Rajasthan.
about the 14th.
Okay, 14th.
Yeah. So we got so excited. Initially while planning, we decided, okay, we are going to ride for say approximately 100 kilometers and then change
Rest.
rest for 10 minutes, and those 10 minutes would be, water, rest, or you want to go to the loo, or, take a walk, like a 10-minute walk, just to keep our bodies from seizing and being in that position for an extended period of time. But in all that excitement, and to test how good the seats were,
Comfortable. How comfortable?
yeah, how comfortable they were, I sat as a pinion where Firdos was riding for a continuous 350 kilometers. And that 350 kilometers is all the good work to the specific craftsmanship of somebody who designed the seat in such a way that your spine is comfortably erect when you're sitting. And with all the bumps and jerks and all on the road, you still didn't feel tired. So that is one thing. If people need to know where we fix the seats and how good they are, they can call us up and we can give you those contacts. It's fantastic. So what happened is, with that excitement and the comfort, we absolutely forgot first thing about the stopping the 100 kilometers. We stopped like after 250 kilometers and then after 150 and so on. And with that, one important thing that we missed is hydrating ourselves, which was ridiculous, because we talk about it on a daily basis. Like, oh, I have to hydrate. Even when we are coming here for a shoot, we said, oh, we need to bring a bottle of water. But that day, everything was forgotten. We were just in our own world, enjoying the scene. Though there was no scene, like Firdos said. There was barely anything to do. The ride was unbelievable.
This is the first time I sat on a bullet, Royal Enfield road. This is the first time. Normally we have scooters, cycles and scooters. This was the first time that I used the Royal Enfield. It was wonderful. It's heavy, but once you're on the road, you don't realize it. So that 14th, we stopped at Jaora, then we went ahead. 15th morning, we were riding towards Rajasthan. towards Ajmer. And
Extreme heat.
extreme heat, yeah. And somewhere on the way, bike started showing
An error.
malfunction, the malfunction symbol. The heat was extreme, maybe 45, 50 degrees, 52 degrees something. So we are really worried. The bike felt very hot also. We stopped at a place. I called up my mechanic friend in Devlali to ask. He says probably it's the heat, but it is better to go to any Enfield showroom. So we rested for some time, rested the bike, let it cool down, and we moved on. And somewhere on the way, we stopped to have lunch. We had lunch. I put my phone for charging, though it was not required. It was almost 80% charge still. I said, "Hey, to kar
To
do."
be full all the time.
So I charged, kept the phone on charging for some place. The food was so good. We ate. We thanked the owner. The owner thanked us for coming, and we left. Again, I was riding 50 kilometers down the road. Deepak stopped to check location. That time I realized I had left my mobile back at the restaurant. So that was 50 kilometers going, 50 kilometers coming, and then again 50 kilometers. So small errors like this, of course, it's part of the game, but you can avoid it if you are a little careful. Whenever you leave the place, the basic things, your keys, your mobile, your helmet, if you check, so you will save that 50-100 kilometers. But no worries. We reached Ajmer. We had heard Deepak's mother has stayed there when she left Pakistan and came. She initially stayed at Ajmer. So we went to see. Unfortunately for us, we went to the old part of Ajmer near the railway station. And that's something that we didn't want to do. Crowds and so much crowd and commotion and noises and all that. So we said, okay, we don't want to see Ajmer. We need to find a place and go to sleep. We saw a place, Ajmer, stayed there. There was a nice looking place.
Reasonable hotel, yeah.
Yeah. But one thing I must mention about Ajmer, though the shops were all very small and crowding and things like that, every 3-4 shops later there was a pet shop. Pet shop selling
Shop and clinic.
shop and clinic. Pet shop, pet clinic, pet shop, pet clinic, and 3 stories, 4 stories, brightly lit up, lot of LEDs. So I really need to find out, do people in Ajmer have so many pets? Because the other shops look faint in compared to that, all ground floor and 1 floor. And these pet shops are all 3 floors, 4 floors. So we found a place at Ajmer and we rested, had dinner and rested. We forgot to mention the poha and the chana bhatura on the first day.
We put it after.
We always wanted to have poha. MP means poha. So we stopped at a place. We had lovely poha and chola bhatura, and that is how we saw Ajmer. Then after dinner we were walking to the restaurant, the hotel where we are staying. We saw a crowd at a place, some hawker and huge crowd around him. A lot of these mithai boxes lying around. So curiously we went to him, and he was selling gaver. Gaver. You can Google and find out what gaver is. It is like vermicelli bowl, fried bowl, and
into syrup.
dipped into sugar syrup, and then topped up with mawa mithai like.
Harish's
So, like-
favorite.
So once you have it for a month, you don't need to have sugar. Give your quota. But we took one, we shared half, but I liked it so much I had one more. That was the highlight of Ajmer.
I'll just
Pause.
because the reel will become too long.
Start kar do? The 16th Ajmer se we started.
So, like Firdos said,
16th we started towards Manali.
Yeah. Ajmer, we are planning to go towards Manali. But this dehydration I was talking about on the first day caught up a little more on the second. We were a little more aware of stopping and drinking, but still that excitement was there. So we kept going with that. But the third day when we started from Ajmer, that was like extremely hot because we were experiencing like 40 and 50 degrees of temperature.
16th is very good weekend.
Yeah.
17th
Okay.
is very heavy.
Yes. So, interestingly, Firdos will tell you about the third partner who joined us on this particular
16. Between us, we have a common friend, Viji Pichaya. So he wanted to join us. We wanted him to join us. So how to do it? So I asked my daughter to send his picture. We went to one of the local Xerox shops, got a A4 size photo done, laminated it, and in the front we put him above the handle where the wind guard is. So the third friend joined us. We always wanted to do this together, but God had other plans. He expired much before we could do this trip. But he was in our heart, and then on the motorbike also. So that was the highlight of the 16th, the beginning. We had his picture, then we went to a place where they were mining. So we asked somebody to take pictures. So we are coming down the mountain and we took his picture as if he's with us on the bike. And we moved on and on and on, Rajasthan. Sometime in the evening, Deepak sleeps early, wants to rest, eat early. So on the way, there was no place to stay. It was a small, narrow road. Like the GPS was showing, this is the fastest road. We are going. We saw a small shop with one gentleman standing outside. It was a sweet shop, we later realized. And we said, can we sleep here? Because we had our sleeping bags. He said, we sleep outside tonight. No problem, man. We could skip the dinner. So he says, aap ek kaam karo, go inside. There's a Gaushala there, a shelter for cows, disowned cows. So we walked in. There was a gentleman there. He says, yes, welcome. तो हमारा सौभाग्य है कि आप आए हमारे पास. He said he is fortunate that we went to him for help. So very promptly got two beds laid out, charpais. We are very looking forward to it, sleeping under the stars and enjoying ourselves and all. Then we sat and spoke for some time. 3-4 official guys were there. Got us a big glass of milk. We had again that mithai, everything. And we wanted to retire, so we went to bed with the sleeping bag. We opened our sleeping bag and went to sleep. Inside the bag, it was very hot. Outside the bag, the mosquitoes didn't let us sleep. There were millions of them, like they are here. So many mosquitoes, like impossible to sleep. But then when you pray well, God listens to you. And it started pouring. So the minute it started pouring, we picked up our beds, the bedding first, and then the bed, and we moved into a small shelter sort of thing was there. Luckily, we realized there are fans over there. So we put on the fans on full and we had a very peaceful sleep. But before that, he took us around the Gaushala. So there were 300-400 cows there, some on 3 legs, some hurt on the eye, some blind cow, and so many things there. And then he took us to a shed where there were 5 monkeys, some with just legs, no hands.
3 legs, yeah.
There was a monkey that was totally blind, but he followed all the instructions of the owner. And interestingly, between those 5 monkeys, there was a dog. And they are supposed to be best of friends, 6 of them. So if the dog is let out, the monkeys have to be let out. And if the monkeys are let out, the dog has to be let out. That sort of thing. They eat together, they sleep together. We had a nice night there, slept, got up in the morning. We didn't feel like showering over there because the bathroom was used by 5-7
Cows.
But thank God he gave us shelter. We left that place. That was the only place where we didn't have a bath in the night and in the morning. And we left from there. 17. We left, and the dehydration that Deepak was talking of finally caught up. So it was about 5 o'clock, 4:30 in the evening where we found a hotel and retired. Retired hurt, so to say. Deepak, not me. I'm the stronger one. So I went out to scout the place. I went to a pharmacy. After great difficulty, I found one. I think these people in the villages are quite strong. So there's no pharmacy there. We found one. I bought the electoral powder sachets for him. And on my way back, my weakness, I found a mithai shop where I sat and had nice jalebi and laddu and things like that. Because there was no dinner that night. And came to the room. Said bye-bye to my wife and children and good night and all. They were like surprised, 5:30. I said, yes, we are retiring. Believe me, he slept. Nice, good sleep we had. And we woke up only at 10:30 the next day morning. Totally fresh and ready to go. That was the 17th?
Yeah.
17th. And then 18th we started our journey. Like I told you before, people at home kept saying send pictures, send pictures. There was nothing to send till this day. Finally 18th we were closing towards Chandigarh and Manali. That's where the greenery and the mountains started. So let Deepak speak here. 18th.
So our real love, of course, the bike, but the real love was reaching the mountains and really trekking in them and experiencing those heights that we've only seen in pictures.
No, we can show them the pictures. Na?
No, I'm talking about we just looking at Manali's pictures and never been there.
It's first-hand
So-
experience.
Yeah, so this was like the first-hand experience.
Live. We were live there.
From the starting point, just about like an hour and a half's ride, and we were there. It's like, you know, I
Huge
was
mountain.
thinking of,
Both sides.
I was in Toys R Us about
A child in Toys R Us.
when I was 30 something. That's when we had brain. So how a 3 or 4-year-old child would be in Toys R Us? We were like that.
All excited.
All excited in that lovely greenery and those peaks around us, the river flowing by. Foo. It was, in one word, heaven.
Supermarket in Radhika.
Yeah. Oh, yes. Before we got there, we were quite hungry. But because of our, mostly my dehydration.
No, there was no dinner and lunch.
Yeah.
No dinner and breakfast.
So I just wanted to keep it light and have dahi and chawal. I said, that's what I'm going to have. So we started looking for a grocery store that sells dahi. Found one. And the minute the lady gave me the dahi, I was just joking with her and telling her, बस अभी सिर्फ चावल की कमी है और आपके पास fresh चावल मिलेंगे. So what she thought is, being around the farms and all, she said चावल तो अभी बुने हैं, अब तो जब
sown it,
पकेंगे फिर निकलेंगे. I said नहीं वो वाले चावल नहीं, पके हुए चावल की बात कर रहा हूँ. बोला ओ पके वाले चावल चाहिए आपको, पर हमने तो रसोई अभी तक की नहीं है. I said आप चिंता मत कीजिए, हमारे पास टाइम ही टाइम है.
Like I mentioned earlier, people of these places like the villagers and people like that who are strong and healthy. There's another quality I found in them is very kind-hearted. She said she spoke to the husband in some language I didn't understand. Then she opened the drawer and she took a pair of keys and she was walking out. He asked where she's going. She says, I'm going home to cook rice for you. So he said, hurry, don't take the trouble and all. First we thought, okay, it's good, yeah, we'll get nice house rice. But we didn't want to trouble her. So we bought ice cream or something from there.
Yeah.
And we said, no. But can you guide us to a place where we get good home food? So she said, just thoda 500 meter aage jao. There is a restaurant called Radhika. Udhar अच्छा खाना मिलेगा. So we went. Ordinary looking place, very ordinary looking place. There was a gentleman, his wife and his daughter sitting there. So we were skeptical about the place. But we sat there, we ordered some food, and believe me, it was very good food. And not only the good food, the hospitality. They were so kind and so nice, all three of them. The husband, wife, thoda khao, ye khao, wo khao. They gave us achar, some chutney. We really enjoyed that place. That was Radhika.
Yeah.
18th.
Yeah.
And then after that lunch, we again started towards Manali. I think 70-80 kilometers before Manali, we stopped again at a place. That place was Thalot. And there was a shop called Sony shop. Gentleman's name is Sony. We went there, there were 3-4 people sitting in the shop and chatting and all that. So we went, we did an usual namaste, kaise hai aap, kya hai, hum log Manali ja rahe hai. And we spoke to him. That guy must be a very good judge of people. So he told us, Manali aap jayenge, bahut gardi hai udhar. Lot of tourists have gone. Would you really enjoy it? No. You want to be alone and like in a wild place, like where nobody is there around. So we enjoy the trek and the ride and all. So he says, you are at the right place. some 100 meters, 200 meters ahead, he said, and both sides, there were mountains, huge mountains, and we could see tracks. Sometimes a cars, very rarely a motorcycle going. So we asked him, like, can we go into these places? He says, that's exactly what I was trying to tell you. He says, I stay here only. And he mentioned a place called Setedar. He says, आप जाओ, जहाँ माउंटेन के ऊपर आपको नेट्स दिखेगा, आप समझ जाओ पहुँच गए. Mountains के ऊपर नेट, we were like, क्या होएगा मालूम नहीं. So our love was nature, riding and going into nature. So we skipped going to Manali, 70, 80 kilometers. Before that, we took a diversion right side, and we started climbing up. And the climb was, every bend you took was a hairpin bend, and every climb, every 100 meters was like going up a mountain. It was just up, up, up and up.